Hey guys, it's Jem from Stature YGO, and before we get into the deck profile, I just wanted to say I released a short video essay about the theory behind this deck and why it's so powerful, so give that a watch if you're interested. Also, I will be vlogging locals this weekend, Island Release, with this exact list, so if you're interested in that, drop a like, subscribe, whatever. Anyway, into the main deck. 3 Man with the Mark, 3 Anubis, 3 Treasures, 1 Terraforming. These are the starters for the ODION package. I mean, you need to add Prosperity into the list. These are the starters. They're very redundant. I talk about this a lot in the video essay I mentioned, where these guys can only really search each other, but that makes this super resilient into hand traps because you're always getting to the same path. And then engine requirements for that, we play 1 Circuit, 1 Temple of the Kings. This is really important for extending into Moon. If you start with Mark and don't hard draw the FIENDSMITH stuff. It's also really important to playing into hand traps where you can Temple of the Kings to activate your traps the turn they're set. We just play the 4, it's the minimum package. This card's crazy. I could imagine playing 2 of it, but just non-engine is so powerful right now, so why even bother? FIENDSMITH stuff, we play 3 Engraver, 1 Lacrima, 1 Tract, 1 Lurie, 1 Paradise. For the 1 Tract, that is just because it's an $80 card right now, to be honest. But you don't really need the second one. If you do have the Engraver in hand and you need to discard it to get into the graveyard, you can just add the Paradise. Because typically you're not sending this on your opponent's turn because you're using the Lacrima to revive the Aghanim Day as part of the combo. You'll see in the vlog tomorrow. Non-engine, 3 Ash, 3 Veiler, 2 Bestial, 2 Fua, talent called by, and then we play 4 Board Breakers. We play 1 main deck Duster, which I think is super good. I really recommend this. I've had a lot of success with this. And then 3 Ultimate Slayer as just a blowout card. We have some space in the extra deck, and because we're playing FIENDSMITH, we play the Desiree, which can come up with the Ultimate Slayer. Fua can honestly also fall into this like purely going second pool of cards. Our deck is crazy going first, so we don't need that much backup. I mean, we're playing like 8 hand traps that work going first. But these are just super, super good into boards, or going second, so that you can break boards with engine, because using some of that redundancy, when you're able to like get a few draws off Fua, negates just literally do nothing because you have all search targets in hand anyway, but they're still forced to negate it because of how powerful the targets are. Going into the extra deck, we have, of course, the obligatory FIENDSMITH stuff, which is 1 Requiem, 1 Sequence, 1 Aghanim Day, and 1 Moon. These are all necessary. Aghanim Day is the main piece of the end board where we get this in graveyard with Lacrima, because we're doing the Snake Eye combo like Doom Dragon. Moon is super necessary as well. If you don't hard draw Engraver, you need this to go into the Aghanim Day line because you need an extra Light Fiend. Silo Hat Rabbit. This is like the main link between the engines. Moon is the same, where if you draw 1 engine, this is how you get into the other. You're always going to set Serpent off this unless you like did Odeon combo already and you got to Serpent through the field spell. Then you get the Statue Trap. Generic links, 1 IP, 1 SP, 1 Link Spider. These 2 are pretty self-explanatory. They kind of go in every deck. This card needs to be banned, honestly. But Link Spider, not many people play this, but it makes hand trapping this deck like just genuinely impossible. When you go like Mark and then you have like Temple and Trap, you can go Trap into Link Spider, and then you just make your Moon for FIENDSMITH, or you can go straight into Hat Rabbit. Another way you can convert those traps into monsters, effect monsters, is through the ODION fusion, but this only works going first as an effect monster body if you specifically got the Serpent Trap. So if your hand's weird and you have like Mark, Temple, and like Statue, you need a Link Spider in order to combo. But for the other fusions, we play 1 Desiree, 1 Necrocrypt, 1 Doom Dragon. Pretty self-explanatory. Doom Dragon's the reason this deck is like playable. This card's just so crazy, and the effect does come up going second a lot. XCs to round off the deck, 1 one Caesar, one Aggregator, one Typhon. This is for the Ultimate Slayer. You don't make this often. If you don't hard draw Engraver, and if you don't hard draw enough like ODION bodies in order to make a Moon, you do just have to make Caesar instead of Desiree in a lot of cases. And then Typhon's just crazy. Side deck is something I've often struggled with, but I think this side deck is really, really good and really versatile. So we got 3 Lancia, 2 Lightning Storm to go with the main deck Duster, 1 Change of Heart, and 3 Evenly for the 6 Board Breakers, and then the 3 Hand Traps. I think these are all super powerful. Lightning Storm isn't bad into Malice and other Link decks because they're just ending on so many attack position monsters. And then Change of Heart is great just for getting into Silo Hat, which makes it so you aren't forced to kill your opponent that turn because you have a lot of interruptions off just the Silo Hat. Or you can go into Moon and do FIENDSMITH line. And then Evenly's crazy. I talked about this in the video. In the video, I actually main decked this card, but I moved it to the side in place of the Bestials. But this card is still just super, super broken. It wins me so many games. Going first cards, we have 3 Judgment. And then I don't really see many people play this, but in the side, I play 1 Barrier, 1 Prison, 1 Gallant. Gallant you make with Lacrima and Mark when you draw Mark and some way into the FIENDSMITH package, which can just be like Serpent Temple, because that gets you FIENDSMITH package by itself. But then we have Granite, Search, Heavenly Prison Reveal. When you flip whatever you set off Silo Hat on your opponent's turn, you can set D-Barrier, and then because you have Temple, you can activate D-Barrier that turn. Or you can do this on your turn with the Temple, and then set D-Barrier or even like an Imperm or something if D-Barrier is not really relevant in the matchup. But just going first into side decks, it's really good because of that protection ability, so you can honestly like hold on to it in hand for a while. That is it for the main deck. Gonna go into just the brief combo so you know what this deck really does. I'll just do the FIENDSMITH because I feel like the ODION stuff is pretty like self-explanatory. So you just go Engraver effect, add Tract. God, I probably should have sorted this deck better. Tract effect, grab Lurie, and then discard the Lurie, and then Lurie special summon itself. Then you go Lurie into Requiem effect, which will get you the Lacrima. And then Lacrima is going to send your second Engraver. What's really important is that you have 3 Light Fiends, excluding Engraver and Lacrima, because you need this in your graveyard, and you need, well, Engraver to shuffle back 1. So we're going to shuffle back the Lurie in order to special summon, I guess, this Engraver. And then we're going to link 2. We don't go into Silo just yet. We first go into Sequence. Then we go Sequence, put back everything but the Lacrima. So Requiem goes to extra. We put these 2 to the main deck. Oopsies. In order to summon your Desiree. Then you link off both for the link 3, which is Agnum Day. Then you go Agnum Day effect, equip itself to the Desiree. And then Sequence effect, equip itself to the Desiree. Then with the new card, the reason why this combo is so good is you can contact fuse off both equips into Doom Dragon. Now you have 2 effect monsters. You link those off into the Silo Hat. And then Silo Hat effect is going to set directly from the deck a Serpent. So now on your opponent's turn, depending on the matchup, if it's game 1, you can just go draw phase. But otherwise, this has an effect that pops a spell trap when you activate something. But you can just save that for when you use the negate, or just not use it. It's not that important. But you go Serpent effect, summons itself, and then gets the Swamp Deity. And then Swamp Deity negates, pop a spell trap if you want to. And then the Lacrima shuffles into the deck to reborn Agnum Day, and then Agnum Day summons back Desiree. So you're getting negate, spell trap pop, negate just off of Engraver. And this deck goes so exponentially crazy when you couple Engraver with literally any of the ODION cards. Like even with just like Circuit, because you're not using your normal summon, so you can literally just tribute summon Circuit and use its effect. But yeah, that's it for the deck profile. I will see you in vlog. Hopefully that'll come out Sunday or Monday. But yeah, thank you for watching. Play this deck. It's crazy. It's expensive though. But yeah, see ya.